Hey, so most of you guys know that I'm a vegetarian most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time. So I thought I would share some of my plant-based ideas with you guys. So I guess you could call it what I eat in a day. So you guys have been obsessed with my pictures of acai bowls on Instagram, and I've been obsessed since I figured out how to make them. So you're going to need frozen acai packs, some frozen fruit of choice, mine's mango, blueberry and strawberry, and some granola for some extra carbs, as well as whatever toppings you want. I've got some almonds and grapes. So you don't have to have a fancy blender for this, just pop some water in. I don't really like the milk and fruit combo, so just a little bit of water. We want something thicker than a smoothie. And this is the acai mix. So this one is a organic, GMO-free acai mixture. I'll leave the benefits of acai down below, but it's basically like a super fruit. And I'm going to use half the pack and run it under some water to kind of make it easier to break up for about 20 seconds. And just pop it in the blender. I don't want to make too big of a bowl, so like I said, I'm only using half the pack. But then I add in my frozen fruit. I like it mango-y, so there's some extra mangoes in there. And don't be afraid to use the baton thing that comes with your blender, because you want the bits of fruit really blended up. Once your perfect slushy mixture is all mixed up, just pour it into a bowl, make it look as pretty as possible. And oh, I just love this breakfast, it's so refreshing. I topped mine with peanut butter, kind of granola clusters. These are divine, probably not the healthiest in the world, but they're so good. And I just kind of, I don't know, did a bit of bowl art and added some grapes. So there you have it, the perfect low calorie, super refreshing breakfast. I don't know about you, but I always watch YouTube videos when I have my breakfast. Like this video if you do too. Onto lunch, you are going to need a little bit of bread and some eggs. Try not to break any. And some avocado and lemon. Now, I actually would only usually make one slice of this, but I thought one looked a bit lonely. So on the pot, I've just simmered some water, not boiling, because you know you don't want your poached eggs to be ruined. So I've swirled the water to help the kind of eggs stay together, and that'll only take about 3 minutes. And then while that's cooking, I'm also going to put on my toast. I don't have a toaster, NYC life, you know, so I'm doing mine on the pan. For my smashed avocado on toast, I'm going to add some lemon. I don't love avocado on its own, but with the right seasonings, it's awesome. So a good, try not to drop it again. A good dash of lemon, some agave, because I've just been obsessed with sugar this week. You can probably guess what time of the month it is for me. But it just adds a nice little sweetness if you got a sweet tooth, and some pink Himalayan salt if you're fancy, and a bit of pepper. Once that's all mixed up, get your toast. I should have prefaced this by saying this is not a healthy avocado on toast. I pretty much made it as indulgent as possible. A bit of Kerrygold butter, or you know, spread, whatever you want to use. Go ahead and do that, and layer on your avocado. Avocado. I also overcooked my eggs because I was faffing with my camera, but here's lunch. For snack time, I'm having half a Fuji apple and peanut butter chunky, of course. This is one of my favorite snacks. I actually didn't like peanut butter before I had this combo, so if you're trying to get into it, try this. For dinner, I am making kind of a style of Vietnamese summer rolls, I guess. I only recently started making these and just used what I had. So some rice paper noodles, frozen sweet corn, edamame beans, and of course rice paper, and some extra carrot too. But on boiling water, I'm just using some of the rice noodles, the frozen edamame and sweet corn, and I'm going to take this off the heat straight away and just let it cook while I make everything else. I'm going to make a little peanut sauce with my peanut butter, some organic tamari, which the lads over the Happy Pear recommended. It's basically a gluten-free soy sauce, because normal soy sauce is like 60% wheat. So I switched over, some lemon, some what's this? Chili oil. Yeah, chili oil if you have it is great, and a little container with some water in it to help the peanut butter loosen up. So once you've got all the liquids in there, I've added some more lemon juice, because why not? And it just kind of makes a kind of a nice little peanut sauce. A little bit of chili powder if you want to, and just press and mesh all the ingredients together until they combine. I added a sneaky little bit of agave in there as well, just to give it an extra sweet kick. But yeah, it's just kind of a take on peanut sauce. It's not authentic or anything. It's just kind of a nice sauce to put with it. So when you get your noodles and everything ready, I've added a little bit more tamari in with the noodles, as well as some onion granules. And now it's the fun part, it's the rice paper. The rice paper kind of feels like plastic when you touch it, but when you kind of submerge it in water, I would recommend using a bowl. I do not own a bowl clearly, but yeah, just soak it for about 30 seconds until the texture on the top starts to go away. You want to get it before it gets like too flimsy, I guess. So around 30 seconds is fine. And then once it's ready, you just kind of lay it on a wet surface, like a wet chopping board. Obviously I use white because I'm really smart, so you can't really see what I'm doing. But just put on a little bit of filling. You really don't need that much filling at all. It kind of gets big really quickly. So I've added some raw carrot, and I've got my little noodle edamame corn mixture. And then you just start wrapping it like a burrito. So try and wrap it like really tight with the first round, and then you fold in the corners just like a burrito, and then wrap it again tightly with the rest of the rice paper that's left. And there you have it, a little summer roll. I actually made mine extra indulgent and decided to fry mine in a little bit of coconut oil just to make it a little bit crispy on the edges. Finally, it's evening time, and since my breakfast and my dinner are quite low calorie, I thought that I would squeeze in a little bit of cherry Garcia from Ben & Jerry's, current fave. And since I ate out most of the nice cherry and dark chocolate bits, I decided to pimp it out with a little bit of peanut butter granola and 1 square of chopped up dark chocolate to take and watch Game of Thrones with, because I just can't kick my late night snacking. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.